Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Capricorn for the month of July 2021. I hope all my Capricorn babies are doing great out there. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that do not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest behind. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today, dear Capricorn. In the past position, we have the Hierophant, clarified by the Queen of Swords. In the obstacle position, we've got the Six of Cups, clarified by the King of Cups. In the present position, we have Death, clarified by the Eight of Cups. And in the future outcome position, we do have the Five of Cups, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So in the past position, we do have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is a very traditional card. So in the past position, you were surrounded and your identity got molded by many different traditions that your family had, or that, you know, a group of friends had. Definitely there was a huge impact on your identity that was very traditional based. The Hierophant can also represent our belief system, which is usually passed down to us by our parents, or, you know, kind of imposed on us by our friends, and we tend to kind of take that and use it as a guidance system as we move through our life. The Hierophant is a really powerful major arcana card because he has a lot of knowledge, he has a lot of wisdom, he's able to see what is truly important, he's able to connect to something greater than himself. So the stability that the Hierophant brings is really important, and I really like that you have the Hierophant here in the past position because he kind of sets the tone for the rest of the spread. You already know what you need to do. You have a very strong inner voice that is guiding you. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, and you're moving very much in the right direction. Now the Hierophant here is clarified by the Queen of Swords, and I do want to add, you may feel like you're not moving in the right direction. You know, sometimes there are many different things, external things that influence us, but the Hierophant is a really powerful and really good solid omen from the divine, and generally he's reminding you that if you do feel like you may be kind of having things in your life that's not working out as you want them, you know, turn back to those traditional values. Look back to what you had in the past, because that worked out for you really well. When it comes to many positive, you know, things that sort of created that stable foundation. Perhaps you had, you know, strong family, strong parents or grandparents, or, you know, older siblings, or teachers, mentors that kind of were able to pass down valuable information and, you know, to you, Capricorn, that you continue to benefit from today. Now, the Hierophant here is clarified by the Queen of Swords, and she brings logic to this combination. She brings clarity as well, and so she reminds us that you want to communicate clearly. You want to make sure to express how you feel. Clear communication allows us to make our needs known. People can't read our minds, so it's important to communicate very clearly. It's also, I like that the Queen of Swords here is in the clarifying position because she helps us control our emotions. The Queen of Swords uses logic, uses rationale in order to kind of explain different emotions and what they mean and how they need to be used moving forward. Now in the obstacle position, we do have the Six of Cups, which immediately tells me that there's something that's going to, from the past, that's going to repeat itself. It's important when you receive the Six of Cups to remember not to idealize the way things used to be in the past, because as we get older, we look back at our childhood, or we look back at our young adulthood, or we look back at our 20s, or we look back at our 30s or 40s or whatever. we tend to make the past more pleasant, because it's comfortable for us. We've already been through it. We already know how things turned out for us. And so it's important to remember not to idealize the past, because when you were living it, when you were going through it, perhaps it wasn't as pleasant. So the mind, the memories sometimes play tricks on us, and it's important to be aware of that. Now, the Six of Cups is also a bit of a warning to make sure, Capricorn, that you're not being too agreeable with people around you, because you do want to make your needs known. Sometimes we tend to be kind of people pleasing, and that usually is a result of having childhood trauma where, we felt we needed to please our parents or grandparents or whoever because they helped us survive. It is important to remember that, as long as you stay in your frame, you don't need to please anyone, because you are already enough. You are already whole. And that is, one of the things when we have the Six of Cups in the obstacle position, to me it suggests that you want to work on grounding yourself. Grounding yourself means focusing on your root chakra, because the root chakra is the chakra of creation, where life is created. So it's important to remember that, first of all, it's very, very powerful. And second, it helps you stay in your frame. When you stay in your frame, when you stay in your body rather than in your head, with all the thoughts and everything, when you ground yourself, you're able to take care of your own interests far more successful, and you're able to kind of see the reality around you that you want to see. But that requires grounding yourself, and that requires staying in your own frame, which is important to do. Now, the Six of Cups is clarified by the King of Cups. I don't like the King of Cups in the challenging position. He's great when he is in a normal position, but when he is in a challenging position, when he's an obstacle, he's just so unpleasant, because generally the King of Cups in the challenging position suggests to me that there may be someone like a Scorpio around you that is being tyrannical, controlling, and manipulating over your emotions. Sometimes the King of Cups doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It could also be you and your energy that is being in denial about something. Perhaps you're not addressing something that has been brought to your attention before. Sometimes, it's difficult to address things, especially as they relate to our shadow. We don't want to deal with uncomfortable emotions. We don't want to deal with resentment. We don't want to, we don't like doing something that makes us angry. But if we look at and address that, whatever that, may be, then it makes it so much easier to move forward. So you want to make sure to be aware of that. This combination is making me feel like there may be some things that are created of your own doing that may be kind of preventing you from being as successful as you like to be. So you want to make sure to get out of your own way. It could be that you may be your own obstacle, and it does seem to me that you want to work on your energy. You want to make sure that you work with crystals. You want to make sure that you ground yourself and meditate yourself, drink plenty of water, in order to get rid of that negative energy and remove that blockage. There are many different little rituals that you can do. Some rituals are as simple as looking at a candle flame, that could help you elevate some of that anxiety and some of that low vibrational energy that creates that energy blockage. So definitely be aware of that. Now, in the present position, we do have death, clarified by the Eight of Cups. Interestingly, or surprisingly, I'm actually super excited about this combination, because death doesn't actually mean death. I mean, I suppose there are very rare instances when death actually means death, but generally when you get this major arcana card, it means new things are coming in for you, which is really exciting. You have to, move out, move, get rid of the old, move out the old, I guess is what I was trying to say, in order to allow the new to come in. And I like that the Death card has this beautiful sun rising on the horizon, indicating that, you know, the end of something in your life is coming to a close, and that was very negative, that was weighing you down, and now you're going to be free and you're going to be much more happier. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from a relationship that no longer serves a purpose, but it is in the clarifying position. The main position here is death. So clearly there is ending something, and it's something that you are looking forward to move past. So you're really, I think, going to be appreciative, and it's going to be very, it's almost going to feel like something is, you know, falling off your shoulders, and you can breathe again. You can be yourself again. You can return to that, you know, happy, normal state of yourself. Whatever this was, perhaps a situation, perhaps a relationship that was weighing you down, it's, you know, leaving your life in the month of July. It's also related to the Neptune retrograde as well, because we are in the middle of Neptune retrograde right now, and it's going to last through December. And so when that happens, when the Neptune is in retrograde, a lot of different things come to light. And so there's some things that kind of unravel, and there's some things that you learn that you did not know before, and that opens your eyes, changes your perspective, and allows you to make, you know, adjustments in your life to create a much healthier, happier journey for yourself. Now, in the future outcome position, we do have the Five of Cups clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. The Five of Cups is a bit of a negative card, because, you know, this person is very pessimistic. He's very much focused on the Three Cups that are spilt before him, but he does not really notice the Two Cups behind him. And he does not see that, you know, there's a bridge that is behind him that leads to a home that is also behind him, because he's so focused on the Three of Cups that are spilt. You have so many people around you, and it is true, sometimes people don't communicate as well as they should, but you mean a lot to a lot of people. You're very important, dear Capricorn. So it's important to kind of not dwell on the past. It's important to not kind of allow your positivity to dwindle. It's important to count your blessings, you know, and kind of not allow self-pity to make you feel like you're in the mentality of lack. Because when you feel that mentality, when you are in the mentality of lack, you know, it's much more difficult to manifest things to come into your life. But remember, life is about duality. You know, you cannot have the good without the bad. And so when you are in the middle of the good, you're supposed to prepare for the bad. The good thing here is that there is a reward that is coming to you, because we do have the Knight of Pentacles. He is going to bring you some stability while you're feeling this emotional angst, because you do have, you know, quite a few cups. You have the Six of Cups, the King of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Eight of Cups. So the month of July is going to be kind of emotional for you. You will be kind of reconnecting with people you haven't seen in a while. That is going to bring some emotion to the surface for you. You're going to learn some news, perhaps. They're not going to affect you directly, but they might affect people that are in your life. You know, it's important to remember that you want to appreciate your emotions, even when they are a little bit low vibrational emotions, because emotions are given to us like to be a system of guidance. Acknowledging, you know, these various emotions, no matter how difficult they may be, is very healthy and very important. And that is why meditating always helps, because the more you meditate, the more it compounds over time. And as you meditate, the longer you do it, at first you just observe your thoughts, but then you get so good at meditating that you actually control your emotions or allow yourself not to be influenced by the emotions that you feel, which is really amazing. Let's see what we can clarify with the two mystical wisdom cards that I pulled. And we have competition, summon courage and self-confidence, and knowledge, seek knowledge. So you definitely have some work to do, dear Capricorn. You definitely have to be more knowledgeable, seek out more information, ask for advice, network, get in contact with people. And also in the month of July, don't necessarily share too many of your plans. Kind of seek out knowledge and get information, but don't necessarily share things that you're planning to do later down the road, because we are in the Neptune retrograde period, and so things are still a little bit murky and unclear, and it is very important to proceed cautiously in this time period. Now, the competition definitely asks us to be more courageous. Bravery is required, courage is required, resilience is required, and confidence. There are many different ways to build confidence. Find the way that works for you. For me personally, I build my confidence through physical exercise, because I feel like when I exercise physically, it helps me raise my vibration kind of naturally, and so it helps me then feel more confidence. And there's many things, that are available to you out there that can help you build more confidence. Let's see what two energy oracle cards I pulled to clarify some of this reading. We've got third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, and the garden and the gate. Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, is all about emotions of want and life force energy. This powerful Archangel Chamuel is holding a beautiful sphere of golden light at the solar plexus, which is the location of your third chakra. Again, this is why you need to ground yourself. Like when you're trying to ground yourself, it's almost like you have to focus on everything that is sort of below your chest. If you're able to focus on, making your solar plex chakra, feel really strong, and the other chakras, then you're going to feel very much in your frame and very much grounded, which is going to give you confidence almost naturally. The issues with this card revolve around emotions of want in your personal energy. When this card appears, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is going to be present. This is a great time to move towards your goals, your desires, your wants. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so go for it. And the affirmation for this particular card is, my third chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I radiate a bright and vibrant life force energy. I feel excitement for all that I do. Remember that energy is really precious. So when we're younger, we want to do right by everyone. We want to help everyone. We want to shed, light on everyone's problems and fix everyone's problems. But it's important to remember that your first and foremost responsibility lies with yourself, not with everyone. In fact, when you try to help others other than yourself, then you are actually not helping them. By solving their problems, you're not allowing them to learn difficult lessons that they have to go through. You must focus on your own needs, your own desires, your own goals, because when you realize your potential, only then are you able to be the light of guidance to other people and kind of help them solve their own problems as well. That is the way I think it is supposed to be. Now, the garden and the gate is a card that reminds us that where you are now, you may feel safe, but you need to go into the unknown. You need to try new things. You need to feel uncomfortable. When you feel uncomfortable, when you address things that create discomfort, like I previously mentioned, I exercise in order to feel grounded and to elevate my vibration, but it does not come easy to me. Physical exercise is extremely difficult for me. I do not enjoy it, and I experience a lot of discomfort while I'm doing it. But it is important because, when you address things that create discomfort in your life, you allow yourself to be stronger, to be better. That discomfort is only going to last so long, but the benefit that you're going to get from that, for example, studying and reading a book you don't want to read, or working and doing something that is annoying to you, or difficult for you. When you address that, when you take that on, when you venture out into the unknown, when you go to a restaurant and have a meal by yourself, for some people that is uncomfortable, but when you venture out into the unknown, that is where the biggest treasure is. But of course, you always want to be cautious. It's important to remember to be careful and move cautiously, and make smart decisions for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Capricorn. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I'll see you next time.